This is a video presentation, Unit 4, Research Methods. The definition of a program evaluation is to help in the educational and to organize a counseling program. There are 4 criteria in determining whether it is a suitable case. One would be adequacy, which talks about the results that are provided and gives an accurate description of what's going on in the treatment phase. Utility, which discusses the results provided by the users with practical information that can be easily used. Feasibility, which are the results and recommendations that are realistic and achievable by the researcher done on the sample size or whatever type of research that they're doing. And proprietary, which is the evaluation of conduct in an ethical and appropriate manner. I wanted to also talk about, let's not make sure that there is a difference between evaluation and counseling research. So there is a difference. So there are many differences between the two concerning evaluation versus counseling research. When you deal with purpose, you start making judgments as opposed to how things are being done and how things are going to be said. Control deals with stakeholders, who is actually putting time and effort and investing money and other things into this project to be able to further the research. The importance of content. You deal with essential and context-specific details, what's going on, what's the independent variable, what's the dependent variable, who is being tested, what are the age groups, etc., etc. Satisfactoriness criteria deals with accuracy, utility, and feasibility. Now, there are some major key terms concerning evaluation, and here are some that stood out for me. Context. It refers to the setting in which an intervention or program is provided for an individual or group. Who are you studying? What it's going to be about? What is the purpose for this research? Counseling program refers to a planned set of interventions that is designed to bring about a desired change. What are we doing? Are we doing psychotherapy? Are we doing medication? Or are we doing a combination of both? Evidence refers to the quantitative, qualitative, or behavioral data that is used to make judgments or decisions about the values and outcomes of counseling programs. And stakeholders refers to anyone who is involved with, is invested in, or may have benefit from a counseling program. And a lot of people could have stakeholders. It's the person who's actually doing the research on, the participants that are doing it, the people who fund it. So there's a lot of people that could be classified as stakeholders. As far as the development of outcome measures and why it's relevant to counseling, I think it's relevant to counseling because it helps show the results of how a study is being done and how certain sources of information helps in the study that you're doing. Plus, previous research and previous studies can also benefit you too as well. It also helps us by allowing us to see the different ways things are presented to us as counselors and how this information will help us learn more about research and helps us be better counselors. When dealing with ethical and cultural considerations concerning evaluation, there are a lot of factors to consider. The EST movement in the field of counseling and psychology is a topic of concern. Healthcare is always an issue concerning patients, treatments, and overall well-being. How are they doing physically, mentally, emotionally, as well as spiritually? It is also being important to research field by exploring and understanding past research, evaluations, and studies. What has happened in the past with these studies? What's going on with these? Also believe keeping up to date with how cultures are and how they are changing on a regular basis can help us be a better counselor, knowing more about different cultures, knowing more about how people value certain things, how they believe, how they think. I think that can help us be better counselors. We also must get extensive knowledge of results of outcome studies that have been done over time and use these findings to help us better understand cultures. getting a good sample size with different cultures and races will give you a greater representation of a model and will give you better results during the whole process. And finally, you have to also know the ethical limits of when reporting and interpreting research. How are you able to make sure that no matter what you're interpreting or collecting or doing as far as the research, that you do it in an ethical manner so that all parties know what's going on, and for the people who are watching it and reading your research, that they understand everything about it. Thank you.